Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Sunday. Welcome back. I hope you are having a fantastic day. If you are new here, if you came to watch this video from Lisa's channel, welcome. I hope that if you enjoy this video and you are so inclined that you will perhaps take the time to subscribe at the end of this video and stick around and, I don't know, talk home fragrance with me in the future because I'm a huge sucker for it and it's kind of a big part of my channel over here. So, but yeah. Anyway, even if you don't, just thanks for coming to check out this video. For all of my returning subscribers, here it is. Lisa and I love to get together every season and share our favorite scents from Scentsy specifically. Obviously Lisa she is a Scentsy consultant. She is who I purchase all of my Scentsy from. I don't sell it myself. I don't know. I don't have the time for another hobby, side gig, whatever. And I love to support my friend. So I purchase all of my Scentsy from Lisa. And what I love about Lisa is that she knows me inside and out. We truly, really are best friends. We talk every single day. It's very rare that Lisa and I don't have some kind of contact with each other every single day. And it's so funny because a lot of you have mentioned in previous videos that we have done together, like as collabs, that we have a very similar demeanor, a very similar way of communicating. And it's funny because we really do. And I don't know if that is because we just spend so much time talking to each other and we've just kind of picked up each other's mannerisms, or if it's because we just were maybe separated at birth. Lisa's a few years younger than me, so it would have been like a huge separation. I am like in my mid 40s and Lisa's still in her 30s, but yeah, like we have such an amazing connection and she's just a fantastic human being. I cannot say enough wonderful things about Lisa as a person, and I love this platform, YouTube, for having brought us together, because had she not reached out to me like years ago and started chatting to me about home fragrance stuff, I would have never met her. Like, I would have never known who Lisa was without this amazing YouTube platform. So big thanks to YouTube for helping me meet some amazing people. But yeah, she's fantastic. If you're not subscribed to Lisa, I would highly, highly recommend checking her out. She focuses obviously mostly on Scentsy on her channel and as well as her Instagram. She just is so knowledgeable about the product, and just kind of getting back to one of the other reasons that I love her is, like, she really understands my preferences. And if I ever place an order with her and I put something in my cart, or I tell her to like order something for me, because a lot of times I'll just send her like a PayPal invoice and just have her order the stuff for me. But if she sees something that she knows I'm not going to enjoy, she's always like, no, I'm not even gonna like place an order for that because you're not gonna like it. Either pick something else or just don't get that thing because I know you're not gonna love it. And I feel like she's that way with a lot of her customers. Like, she really takes the time to get to know people. And if there is something that she just thinks that you won't enjoy, like, she will tell you. Like, she's honest about it. And that's, I think, one of the biggest things I've always appreciated about Lisa is she's like never pressured me into anything. Not that she would, like, it's not in her nature, and it's not her way of selling Scentsy. She just wants people to be happy with it and to have their house smell good. So anyway, I feel like most of you already know who Lisa is, but if you happen to be new here and you haven't heard of her, go check her out. I will be linking Lisa's version of this video in the description box right below this video. So go follow that link after this video and you can go watch her picks. But we are bringing you our favorite fall scents. Now, we wanted to do this in person because Lisa just recently moved to Idaho. I live in Oregon, so we're neighbors, state neighbors, I guess. She's a little bit closer to me now than when she lived down in California, but we still have not had the time to get together and to be able to do a video in person. We are really trying hard to be able to make it happen for the holiday picks because we like to do this every single season. So hopefully, fingers crossed, if the stars align, all of the things, we will be able to bring you this video together in person when we bring you the holiday picks from Scentsy, if that makes sense. Anyway, to this fall, we're bringing you our top 6 fragrances, and we're also bringing you our favorite warmer. Now, I know Lisa is doing 2 warmers. I was originally gonna show you 2 warmers as well, but one of my warmers is no longer available, and I really didn't think it was fair to like include it because you can't get it. And it's like several years old. Like I purchased this one, oh gosh, I think I was still living in our old house. So more than 4 years ago, probably 5 or 6 years ago, honestly. Lisa will probably remember because she has the memory of like, I don't know, do elephants have good memories? Who is it? What animal has a good memory? Not me. I have the worst memory ever, so there's that. All right, you guys, so let's get into it. Okay, I have my bars in front of me, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and start with my warmer pick because why not? Okay, it's this one. Look at it, isn't it beautiful? Just look at it. This is I believe this is called the Fairy Tale Pumpkin Warmer. It is this beautiful like silver mercury glass. Now this is only a 20-watt warmer. Typically I do not purchase Scentsy warmers unless they're at least 25 watts, but I had to make an exception for her because she is so beautiful. Now I don't have the dish in here because I was actually using this downstairs and I did not want to bring liquefied wax up the stairs and potentially spill that. But this is just absolutely gorgeous, you guys. The inside of this, I feel like there is like a champagne gold kind of spray on the inside here. So when this lights up, it actually looks like more of like a warm amber or like a slight gold mercury glass, more so than a silver, even though when it's not lit up, it looks like silver mercury glass. I just cannot get over how much I love this one. And she actually performs pretty well. As good as a 25 watt? No, but it certainly fills the formal living room where I have this one featured. So pretty. And I even love the little top because this is one of those rare toppers from Scentsy that I feel like I can leave on while I'm melting the wax. Because a lot of times if they just have like the little holes, like if this was like a solid like glass piece and there were just like a few holes, I feel like it's not able to disperse the fragrance quite as well. Like you almost have to take this part off and then just, you know, allow the wax to be dispersed into the room that way. But because you basically, this is like wide open, I can just leave it on top and it's so cute. I love this thing, you guys. Obviously, I am very passionate about it. I just think it's absolutely beautiful. There is also another version of this one now with like a tiger's eye finish. Have you guys seen that one? So pretty. Definitely does not go with the color scheme of my house, but absolutely gorgeous. If you don't like the mercury glass, there's another option that's quite similar to this style that you might like. If you have a lot of warm tones in your house, ooh, you're gonna love that one. Absolutely gorgeous. So there is my warmer pick for you for the fall. And let's get into the bars. I have them. I am going to be starting with one that I currently am out of in terms of like backups, and it is Winterberry Apple Tea. Most of us are familiar with Winterberry Apple Tea because it's come back a few times in a row now from Scentsy. Winterberry Apple Tea to me is like the fall and holiday version of sweet plum pastry. Who here is a fan of the sweet plum pastry? Huge fan. Big fan myself for many years. And for some reason, I have just always thought of Winterberry Apple Tea as like the off-season version of that particular one because I love sweet plum pastry in the spring and the summer. So the notes in the Winterberry Apple Tea are winter tea cozies up to cranberry, apple, and honey. The cranberry is so beautiful. It is a slightly, just ever so slightly perfumey cranberry note, but done incredibly well. It's just the perfect amount of like holiday spices And the tea, like, it doesn't come across as like your typical like sweet tea or iced tea. It's more of like a real true tea type of scent. And then mix that with the apple, and then again those beautiful like holiday spices of like maybe like a touch of clove, touch of cinnamon, maybe a little bit of nutmeg in there as well. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And if you've never tried it, like if you've been living under a rock, you get out from under your rock and get it, because it's so good. And I think it's perfect in the fall. It's warm, it's cozy. It just makes you want to like cuddle up under a warm blanket or a weighted blanket. Have you guys tried weighted blankets? I have just recently started using a weighted blanket, and oh man, what I've been missing something in my life, and it was a weighted blanket. That like the pressure that it puts on you. Oh, this video is not about that, but anyway. Okay, your next pick for me is going to be, now this you have to get in the Harvest Trio. However, I have it in my club. So, and this is one that I just recently finished. I think I've been through 3 or 4 of these now. This is the Cozy Vanilla and Pumpkin. Oh, it's so good, you guys. This is, oop, as I smack myself in the face with it. This is classic, warm, slightly spicy pumpkin. Sweet, like a nice sweet pumpkin, but not cloying sweet. And then a really beautiful vanilla. Oh, it's so good. If you remember the vanilla pumpkin marshmallow from Bath and Body Works, this is kind of in the similar vein of that. It's so, again, warm, cozy, delicious. Here's one thing you're going to learn about me if you are new, and that is that I love gourmands. If it smells like food, if it smells like I can eat it, I want it in my house. I want it in my house in terms of home fragrance. Pies, cakes, pumpkin, all of that kind of stuff. Just, ugh, I love it. This is heavenly if you haven't tried it. It's well worth getting the whole Harvest Trio. Because the Wild for Fall scent that's in there is going to be one of my picks for the holiday scents. It's the perfect tree scent. I think it's the very best tree scent that Scentsy has ever come out with. So totally worth getting the whole trio. The maple rum cake is delicious as well, but this was the standout for me, and it immediately went into my club. Graham Cracker Crunch. Okay, you guys. Now I did bring my little booklet that Lisa sends me every single season. And I'm gonna read you guys the actual notes, but basically the Graham Cracker Crunch to me smells like a honey-made graham cracker with a smear of peanut butter. Oh, it's so good. There's a little bit of saltiness to it, but it's also sweet. Like, oh, it's good. Okay, so caramelized graham cracker layered with crunchy peanut butter and creamy vanilla bean. That's it. Like, that's all you need to know. It's delicious. It's authentic. It's, I want to eat it. It smells like a snack. So good. Now, let's take it to something super basic, but a great scent in its own right, but a perfect sort of blender type of bar that you can put with any of these other fall scents or holiday scents coming up, and it's going to tone it down, or it's going to make it a little bit sweeter. It's going to add a beautiful touch of vanilla and like a hint of, if you're just looking for a hint of cinnamon. Here it is, cinnamon buttercream. I was so glad that this came back. I had it in my club and then I took it out and I regretted it immediately. It's back, so good. Now it can go back in my club. Oh, it's so basic, but it's really, really delicious. So your notes here are Italian buttercream and creamy mascarpone scooped over cinnamon cake combined with sugar, spice, and everything nice. This is a soft take on cinnamon. It's not red hot cinnamon. It is more of like a Ceylon cinnamon and very authentic and not a lot of it. I think it's heavier on that like buttercream mascarpone note than anything else, but it's good just on its own, and it's fantastic to mix with any of these other ones. All right, let's go with scary good. I was so glad to see this one return. If you like pumpkin carving from Bath & Body Works, you've got to check out Scary Good. It's so good, you guys. So your notes here are pumpkin puree sprinkled with fresh cinnamon encounters toasted butterscotch and creamy vanilla in a spooky, yummy treat. You know, that butterscotch like totally makes sense. Like there was always something in here where I was like, there's just like something else that I cannot place my face. It's butterscotch. Like a Werther's original butterscotch. So good. And the pumpkin puree is delightful. The sweetness that is in this is definitely more of a, oh, Penny just joined us. Hello, Penny. Is more of a, like molasses sweetness or like a brown sugar than like your typical like white sugar, which smells maybe a little bit cleaner like in the sugar department. Not that molasses smells dirty, but am I making any sense? There's a difference between brown sugar and white sugar. There is. And it's the addition of that molasses into the brown sugar, obviously. Ugh, so good. This is just a classic. This is a wonderful scent, especially for around Halloween. And it pairs beautifully with pumpkin carving. And then I wanted to give you guys something just a little bit different because I thought it might be nice to offer something that's a little bit more fresh versus just like straight out of the oven type of situation. So my last pick for you is going to be, is this number 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is number 6. I can count. Autumn Road Trip. This is great. Now this is a more like outdoorsy, fresh apple and pear type of scent. And I know a lot of people prefer these scents over like the heavy gourmands. So your notes here are so good. Reminds me a lot of Autumn from Bath & Body Works. I think that's why I really like this one. But your notes here are take a tour through a crisp harvest apple, just picked Anjou pear, and a forest of towering silver oak. Okay, here's the thing. I typically don't actually like apple and pear together. I know that is a combination that a lot of people love, but typically for me, it's like hard pass. Give me apple or give me pear. Do not put them together because a lot of times I just don't think that smells delicious. But in this case, Scentsy did this right. And I think it's because it focuses more on the apple than the pear. Like I said, pear by itself is fine, but it's when it's mixed with apple that I don't love it. In here, I get much more of that apple and that oak type scent. And I also get a bit of like a holiday tree note in here, maybe like a balsam or something like that. I know that Autumn from Bath & Body Works has a fir balsam in it, and I really get that from this. If you are really into autumn, you need to check out this Autumn Road Trip because you're gonna love it. And if you normally avoid apple and pear mixed together like me, I think this is a case where you don't have to like skip this one because it's just really beautiful. It's fresh, it's clean, it's sweet still. I tend to prefer sweeter scents in case you haven't noticed that by now. Just absolutely heavenly, and I'm a big, huge fan. So you guys, these are my picks for you. I'm so excited to see what Lisa chose. We don't tell each other what we are going to pick. We kind of like let it be a surprise, but, or we try not to influence each other, I guess I should say, but I'm really curious to see what she picked for this fall. We didn't talk about whether we could go into like our club to pull fragrances from that. If I could have done that, you guys would have absolutely seen Almond Croissant. You would have seen Stroop Waffle Delight. You would have seen Apples and Oats. You would have seen, you probably would have seen like mostly my entire club because those are all really great fall scents. And some of them can obviously be used year round as well. So anyway, be sure to go check out Lisa's take on this particular topic. I will put the link in the description box right below this video. And again, if you are new here from Lisa's channel, I would love it if you would take the time to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and let me know what your top 6 fragrances from Scentsy are for the fall of 2022. Thanks a lot for taking the time to watch. I appreciate you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.